Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, no, because I was playing this game with like other comics. It was like, have you heard of
Word.
Quiplash? What'd you
Uh,
say? Word?
I thought it was gonna be Wordle.
Yo, I've been playing that guy.
That game is so fucking
It's
crazy.
so fun.
I want to post all of my results, but then sometimes I don't. But what I do is, like, even if I get like 3 on my computer at work, I'll go on my phone, my track record on my phone
Yeah.
for one word.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5.
Oh, really?
Well, because I cheat. I cheat.
Yeah, my niece put it. She put it on her story. I think like Saturday was. I don't know if you remember Saturday's Wordle. It was today.
I don't know if I did Saturdays.
Yeah, so she got on the first try. So she put it on her Instagram,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Is this real?" And then so I put it, and then I got it on the first. So I don't know. I don't know if she got it on the first try or because she's like 11 or no, she's 12. I was like, I don't know if she cheated or
I mean, it's possible that you can get on the first try, or she could be like me, just using 2 devices.
maybe.
But that game though, but then somebody else was telling me about this other stupid game called Mathel,
What the
which
hell's
is
that?
it's along the same lines as Wordle, but it's with math.
Oh, gross.
Mm,
I don't want to play that.
I know, I know. Did you? I was telling somebody about this, that when I found out in high school that all you had to do was take math until grade 10.
Yeah.
That's all. I met the requirement, and then I never took it again. Did you take it all the way up to? Did you do OAC grade
Yeah.
12? Yeah.
Yeah. I took the, the easiest math, which I thought it was called finite,
Mm.
and it was very hard. I don't think I passed. I did. I took OEC, but I didn't. I don't think I finished it.
No,
No,
are you supposed to finish OAC?
I think it was like elective, and then I was like, I
On that At that
stayed.
point, it was like it's on the way out, so they're like, I don't care, it's okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think we were the last year that like we could take it, but we didn't have. I think you take it if you want to go to like university or something.
So is that what it's for? Because this is a dumb question, but I never understood what OAC was. That like a college prep kind of year kind of thing?
Well, I think with universities they they want like one of the prerequisites is OEC.
Oh,
Yeah, but then yeah, halfway through I was like, I didn't even want to go to university.
you didn't want to?
No,
Oh, it was just college.
I didn't really want to go to college either. Did you?
No, no. I had no desire. There was no desire for me to go to college. Like there was, how like you get up there in grade 11, you see people that are like, I got to start taking this course and that course so that I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
into wherever and wherever. There was never any ambition.
No, and I remember. I know. You know what? I remember what happened. It was like the year 2000, and I I wanted to graduate the year 2000. So on the
What,
yearbook it says
2K?
class of class of 2K. It was written in the stars. That was the slogan for Philip Pocock. So we graduated, right? And then what happened was, um, the next year I stayed, but everyone left, right? Everyone's like, no, fuck this. We're leaving.
Yeah.
We're not gonna stay in school for nothing.
Yeah.
If we don't want to go to if we don't want to go to university. And then that year I was like, hey, all the I looked around the first day of school and I was like, wait a minute, all the cool kids are gone, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, what? This is not fun anymore because it was fun the last year.
I think for me, I mean, for the majority of high school, a lot of people don't have this experience. So I figure, consider myself lucky. It was pretty good for the most part, pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah. Remember we would go to like Shanghai and stuff.
Yeah.
like during lunch, then the last year it was amazing because we had so many spares. Remember? Like
You guys probably did. I probably had some catching up to do. So I didn't.
like what do you mean? Like height wise or
Everything wise,
everything wise? Oh, I see.
physically,
Academically,
academically, yeah, yeah.
emotionally.
Emotionally, yeah. I was playing catch up for. I didn't have. I made my own spares by not
Oh
going to
yeah, that's right.
class,
Yeah.
and I think that's what it was. Like I saw all you guys have all these spares, and I'm thinking, like, oh, we have third or fourth and fifth off. Well, I still have to go to those.
Oh man.
And I was like, no, I'll just go with my friends.
Yeah, those those you just like skip and go with Daryl.
Yeah, we'd like for to do nothing, but it was still fun. It was still
Yes.
fun.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I remember that time I was working at Burger King at Rockwood Mall, and
Yes, sir.
what happened was I was like I think I was the manager by then.
Yes, you keep throwing that out there. Yes.
Yes, I was a shift supervisor at 18 years old, the youngest shift supervisor in the world,
Fastest rising.
fastest rising. So I was like, yo, I remember I was working because I was working like late nights, right, like 8 p.m. to 4, and then I was like, I was walking around with like a tie and all this power, Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? This is it. I don't need school. I'm staying here. And I remember I was making like, as a shift supervisor, I was making like $9, $9 an hour, and I was like, this is it. This
Wasn't
is
that
me for
minimum
life.
at our time though?
No, well, no when I started at 16, remember it was like 640,
Right.
and then I went up to 685, and then when you get promoted, $9.
$9 flat.
Oh, that's sick, man. But you were making good money.
Yeah,
You're
I dropped out of
working.
school for a little while, and then I was working not too far from where I'm working now, uh, delivering photocopiers and stuff like that. But that was good money.
Mhm.
And then I decided to go back to school for whatever reason. I took like 6 months off.
Oh, wait for security.
Sorry?
You went to school to be a
No. Like this is I'm talking about high school.
oh
In high school, I was working at like for like a summer, and then I liked it so much because I was making so much money that I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go back to school. I'll go in the second semester or something like that,
mhm.
which really screwed me because then it was a waste.
Yeah. So you regret it?
No.
Yeah,
It
no,
was it
I
was still
don't.
fun. It was still fun. It was still fun
Yeah,
seeing all the old faces.
yo, can you believe it's been like 22 years?
Since you graduated,
Well, like since we were in high school.
22 years. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, we're coming up to the big 4-0. I keep seeing that more and more on my Facebook because majority of my friends or our friends are in and around the same age, so everyone's hitting that 40, and I'm not too far away.
Yeah, I know. But you've you've lived a good life, Kevin.
Yeah, it's time for me to go. It's time for me. Hang him up. Hang him up. Hang him up.
No, you've built your own empire there at your work. You take 3 lunch breaks
Yes. I
every
take care of
day.
that at the very minimum 3
You have
lunch breaks.
you have a beautiful family,
I do.
and happy birthday to your son.
Yes, Wyatt he turned 1 on the 14th on Monday, so he's still fat as ever.
He's so cute, but you know what? He's walking.
He's walking, yeah. He just started doing that like last couple of weeks.
Oh my god, so cute. What'd you guys do for his birthday?
Nothing really because they kind of got a little sick, so some of Caitlin's family came over just to like a quick little singing of happy birthday, and then that was it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, do you get him a present?
No. I because at the same time, is he ever gonna remember it?
That's
It's
what I'm
more
saying.
it's more for like a nostalgia thing. If I in 20 years when I'm 60 and what did I get Wyatt for his first birthday? He won't give a shit, and he doesn't give a shit like currently whatever you get him, right?
Yeah, when you're 60, he's gonna look down on you like, Daddy,
You didn't get me.
when I was 1, you didn't
That's
give
the
me
thing,
shit.
though. I see, though, like, I mean, and we've experienced this through maybe it's a cultural thing in the Filipino community. Like, when it's like the first birthday, it's like a huge blowout. It's like you get
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
lechon, the pig, you get a hall, you get like 300, 400 people, and all this, spend all this money, and he never remembers it,
Yes, you're
right?
right. You're right.
So we just
Yeah,
told people, and people still bought him gifts, but we're just like, you really don't have to go crazy because kids with toys, it's like 5 minutes and then they're on to the next.
yeah, because my brother's daughter, she
She's
was.
so cute. I saw
Oh
pictures.
my
She's so
god.
cute. She's so cute.
Yeah, yeah, she's so cuddly. So her first birthday was last week,
Yeah.
and then I was trying to like figure out a present, and then I'm like wandering around the mall. I'm like, what do I get? Then I'm like, wait a minute, this is her first birthday. She's not even gonna remember.
Yeah. They can't even say thank you.
Yeah, I don't get anything back, but it's fine. I got her a nice Tickle Me Elmo from Walmart.
I mean, they'll play with that for sure. I know they probably would like it, but like I said, 5 minutes later, another box.
No, you know what? I was like, I could get her like clothes or something that she is practical.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get something that like when the kids open it and they're like, and then they want to play with it and then they put it away and they're like next present, but they're like no.
Yo, ooh, I know. I know those ones.
I wanted that gift.
I know those ones. I know those ones for sure.
Because I've seen so many like because I have like a lot of the nieces and nephews and then like on Christmas they'll open it and I can see their face like, ugh, what do I need this book for?
Yeah.
But then the toy, the Tickle Me Elmo, yeah.
Especially if it's something that like they start watching on TV and they watch over and over, and then they finally see it in real life and they don't want to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal you're trying to get. But then at the same time, it's again the first birthday, and you'll have to wait till they're like 5, like 4 or 5 maybe, and then they can start to appreciate it a little bit.
Yeah. True. Hey, wait, before we
what's that?
Before we continue, last time we forgot the intro, so let's make this formal.
All right.
It's not just a live phone call that we record and put it on on the internet. So this is BFF episode number 33.
33, baby.
33, and it's been a month. This is turning into a monthly
podcast. Yeah, well, it'll be whatever it needs to be.
Well, last month we talked about the Tinder swindler.
Yeah,
and it was all right, I guess. I don't know. But you know what? The viewership or listenership, it didn't reflect on that. That change in our format.
Okay.
And then I was like, when I post these videos on Instagram, I don't know, I couldn't really find something that like a clip from our podcast to like really promote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like,
do it for fun. It's not like we're trying to be Joe Rogan here. Plus, we don't want to be Joe Rogan right
I'm
now.
Sorry, Kevin. A lot of these podcasters, they make full-time money because they treat this podcast as a full-time job.
Well, according to Instagram last night, the best comedian in the city was at a show last night.
Port credit.
well, this is according to somebody else. Another comedian posted a picture of Ernie, and the caption was, "I love it when the best comedian is in the city."
No, she was not a comedian. She was a a fan/friend.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well then, even better.
Yes. Great
Even
time. Great time last night. Shout out to Daryl. Daryl showed up to the
nice.
show.
Hi, Daryl.
Yes. Hopefully you're listening
If you ever need
or watching.
IPTV,
He's probably watching. Yeah, if you want IPTV. I don't know if he
Daryl.
wants to promote. Does he want to promote?
Oh, actually, yeah, probably not. It's okay.
No? Well,
We might have to cut that out.
we have to cut it out. So to our 30 listeners,
Don't
yeah,
don't listen to that.
it could be any Daryl.
Yeah, it could be Daryl Strawberry.
Daryl Daryl Strawberry. He sells IPTV. So Daryl, because I posted the poster for the show, and then Daryl's like yo, I'm coming. I'm like, oh, sick. He's like, oh, can I promote it in like our group chat, in our friends group chat?
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, go. But then I didn't want to be like, go, like, promote it, but don't be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, don't push them to come.
Oh, like okay, like hey guys, if you don't come, you're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he wasn't like that. He wasn't like pushing that much, but he was kind of like, hey guys, are you free? You know what I mean? Like for me, if I was gonna promote it to like those guys, I'd just be like, hey, I'm doing a show. You know, come if you want, whatever.
Mm.
You know, like
There'll
if you
be
want,
boobs.
yeah, like if you want to come. You know, like if you don't want to be there, I don't want to force you to be there.
Yeah, because why would you? Yeah, what kind of an audience would that be?
Yeah, like you're just gonna be like on your phone or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
no. Like that's the way. Like with like comedy shows,
Yeah.
it's great when you perform like an actual comedy club, because people go there because you know more than likely they're there for the comedy show.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but then sometimes you have like a birthday party, you know, and then they're like, oh, like, we're going to this comedy club for my birthday, and then they bring like 20 friends.
Yeah.
Then the 20 friends, they've never been to a comedy show, so they're like, what the hell's going on? You know?
And they're not as engaged.
They're not as
like
engaged.
half in, half out.
Yeah, they're more excited for like the club after, or
Yeah.
like drinks after,
or
know?
talking in between, like just being, you know,
yeah.
in in an audience member.
Yo, your sound changed. Did it?
Oh, hang on.
Is the mic?
Yeah.
Wait, talk. Can I hear you?
It's not on yet. Test.
Does it sound weird on your end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like me.
It's like hang on 1 second. Technical difficulties.
Well, we don't edit this, so we're
You have to do it like Nintendo style.
just
Suzuki. Honda.
Yo, speaking of Nintendo, I bought WWE 2K22 for
Oh, is it good? I've heard nothing but good things about that.
Yo, yeah, so I bought it for PS4, which is like the old console now. You know, and I was like, because it's like $80.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I actually play the old game, WWE 2K19, which is like 3 years old, but like I love it. And I'm like, why am I gonna spend like $80 on this new game? But then you know how like you see all those like trailers and commercials about it.
Yeah.
And like I was watching YouTube, like all the reviews were like, yeah, this game's amazing. And then I was like, because it came out Friday night at midnight, and then at 11 o'clock on Friday night, I bought it. Yeah, and then I played all night till like 4 o'clock.
Is it that crazy though? Is it
It's
as
so
good? Like I've seen like the like people putting like the walkthroughs or the gameplay, whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it looks pretty crazy.
Yo, it's like I think for me it's like my maybe my favorite wrestling game ever.
It is, eh?
Yeah, because Daryl, I was talking to Daryl about it last night, and he was like, better than um like WCW Revenge or like
Oh, that's a different level.
No Mercy. And I'm like, I think it's actually better because when you play like what was that, N64?
Yeah.
It's like it's slow. It's fun, but like when you grapple and stuff, it's slow. But WWE 2K22, it's so fast, and it's like 5-star matches.
And you can do some crazy stuff. Like you can climb to like a top of a building or something like that, and then throw that person off, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you sound better now, but we
Yeah,
should
yeah,
stop.
it's
We should stop.
working.
We should stop talking about wrestling.
Yeah. Our listeners will.
Yeah, where are you? This is a new office.
I'm actually in one of our listeners' office right now.
Oh,
There's actually there's some people in one of the in the showroom, so the studio got shut down.
oh man, I wanted the
I know the
TV
background. I
background.
know.
You should have showed them, like, yo, hold on, kick them out.
Do you really need to buy shoes right now? There is
very...
a potential multi-million-dollar podcast about to be aired.
We treat this podcast like a monthly job. So
I see. You know what? Speaking of the podcast though, like, have you ever heard of the Caller Daddy podcast?
no, what's up?
So they actually did a really like she Alex Cooper, she used to work at Barstool.
Okay.
She and this other girl, and they were pretty irrelevant. I think they had something going on, but it was very low key, not a big following or anything like that. They just talked like about sex and all this kind of stuff. They went with Barstool, and then like that Alex Cooper girl, like, she worked her way up, and again, like you said, like treated the podcast like it was a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
She got like I think it was 60 million deal.
Whoa.
With Spotify.
Wow.
Right. And I think like just a few years ago, she was pretty like unknown.
Would you do this every day?
Yeah.
If you're making $60 million, $60 million
You remember? No, I forget it. That's too inside. That's too inside. No, that's too inside. It's too inside. $400 billion, something like that.
Guess
dollar
much
billion.
I won. $600,000,000.
Sorry, folks. That's completely inside, and you probably wouldn't get it. But would I do this every day if I would? 60 million a year for sure. It's a bit, and anyone who says it's not a lot of work, they're if you're gonna put together a production that is worthwhile, like to listen, you have to invest a lot of money in it too, like sound quality, video quality, all that stuff. But there's a lot of work into it too. Editing,
I guess.
No, I mean, before cutting clips, putting those out onto Instagram. If we're doing that every day, that's a lot of work.
Actually, yeah, that would be a lot of work.
It's fun work though. It's not like it's your not like your normal 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So at least it's fun.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, but then because I listen to these other podcasts, and like they have like just like this, like two people talking,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll have like they'll do like research and stuff.
Yeah, they have notes.
They'll be like, oh, this guy tweeted this, and blah blah blah. Oh well, you know what? Then I'm like, whoa, I don't know stuff.
Well, I mean, like I don't think you have to know stuff. I think if you just did like a brief, if we had topics or whatever, you just do a quick little research thingy for whatever, how long it takes, and then just bring those points up.
Yeah, true. How have you been, Kev? You been good?
I've been good.
How's Beamsville?
Beamsville's good. I heard today in our local Facebook group that they're planning to have a Go station
Ooh, it's
in
like haunted.
Gainesville. No, like they're planning on building like a Go station, like a train station.
Oh, I thought you meant like a ghost station.
Oh no, not a ghost
Oh,
station. No, a Go station.
it's March break. Let's scare the kids.
And then they didn't say when they were going to be done, but the only number that I saw was like the year 2041, and I was like,
2041.
oh my god, like I'll
Wait,
be
Go station. So like the Go train would go all the way there,
well, yeah, because I
or a
think
bus.
they're proposing one along the line, because I think as far as it goes now is Burlington. I think they're trying to do one in like Grimsby, all the way down to Niagara Falls. I think they're trying to do it so that they can increase some travel and tourism, and people won't have to
Ooh,
drive.
that'll be nice.
That would be nice. That'd be end to end, basically. So then you
Yeah,
can go
because
all the way to Montreal, and then you can go all the way to Niagara Falls.
yeah, and plus like with these rising gas prices.
It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because it's like $2. Well, for diesel.
And I'm glad I don't have the old JMO's old car, the Volkswagen, because that was a diesel. It was good in the beginning because diesel was always lower than gas.
It used to be so cheap. It was like
Yeah.
half price.
Yeah, and all of a sudden now it's like it's way more than regular.
Yeah, now because like at the beginning of the pandemic, I don't remember, gas was like 90 cents.
Yeah, they couldn't get rid of the gas, so that it was like so.
Oh, was that
cheap.
way?
Yeah, something like that. Like there was so much production, but nobody was buying, or I don't know what it was.
Oh, they had a
yeah,
surplus.
It was a surplus. Yes. Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, so now I guess they have a deficit.
Deficit.
There's a gas
Sure,
deficit.
maybe. I don't know how it works, and I don't know what drives the gas prices up and down, but I heard that it's going to go down again on Friday by like 10 to 15 cents or something like that.
Because I remember like maybe 5 years ago, or I don't know, longer, the highest it was for me that I remembered, it was 132.
Yeah.
0.9. And I was like, whoa, that's too much.
Yeah,
Now it's like 160, and I'm like, that's the deal. let's fill her up. But,
when we started driving, I think it was like 60 cents.
Yeah, I remember like Bredge, his place was like 49 cents.
So Bredge is I'm pretty sure we've talked about him before on the podcast. So he used to work at the Shell station that's no longer there at Cawthra and Burnhamthorpe. And
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then after a late night of driving people home, Ernst and I would stop by there.
We would meet up.
Yeah, because we were driving separately. We would be driving separate people home, and we lived the closest in proximity to each other. But we would meet there at the end of the night just to kind of be like, let's have a smoke or buy some smokes, whatever it was. And sometimes he would give us stuff for free.
Free snacks.
Mm-hmm. And if he didn't have money, let's just say, I don't have enough money for the cigarettes, so come back tomorrow, and then just give it to me then. So he was a cool guy, and I don't know where he is now, but
the gas station's gone.
Yeah, the gas station is gone.
But I remember your car, the Geo Metro. Yeah. It was so good. It was so good on gas, and like the tank was so small.
Yeah.
That to fill her up was like $20.
$20.
Yeah.
$20. That's all it took. Anything more than that, you're like, woo, that's gas could be at 80 and it probably still cost $20.
$20.
That was a good car. The Geo Metro.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of driving, Kev, I because like my parents, they live in Palmerston, right? Like way up north in the middle of nowhere, right? And I had a show on Saturday, and so the show's at 8 downtown. Yeah. So from Palmerston to downtown, it's like less than 2 hours, like an hour 50, whatever. Right. But it was like snowing pretty bad. Right.
It was. Yeah. I remember.
Was it here?
In my area it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, because sometimes it's snowing there, then here it's like nothing. So there it was like snowing, and then the weather app was saying like snow squalls, right? And then I'm like, I've driven in blowing snow
Squalls
before.
before you see.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll leave a bit earlier. So I left like 4:45. Right. I'm driving like right after right off my parents' like street, and I can't see anything.
Those are the worst.
Because you know when it's a snow squall like in the farmland.
Yeah, there's no trees to block it, no houses. It's all flat land, and it's all hitting you at once.
Yeah, so you can barely see like 4 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm like, what the heck? Because you can't even see the road. Because like the snow is like piling up too.
Yeah.
You know, so
So
I'm
did
like,
you go to the show?
well, here's the thing. So I'm driving, right? Because like you can barely see it. And I'm like, oh my god, because it's only one lane of traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because like, what if you know what I mean? Like, what if like someone, like, what if like I just blink and then like there's a car,
Yeah.
like right in front of me, you know?
You put your hazards on?
Yeah, so everyone's driving with their hazards on and their lights, but you can barely see it because the snow squalls. It's like it feels like you're in a tornado.
Yeah.
You know. So after 5 minutes of driving, I pulled over because I couldn't see. You know, I'm like I give up.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. You know, but I was so scared because I didn't even know if I'm like, on the side of the road.
Because somebody could possibly not see you and then hit you, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like you can't see anything that like you can't even see the road. That you don't even know if you're in a lane. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I am. I don't even know if there is a shoulder.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? And so like so finally I was just sitting there and then I put my seatbelt on. I'm like, brace for impact. You know what I mean? I was freaking out. I'm like, is this it? Is this?
Well, see, that's actually a pretty dangerous thing because now, even if you wanted to get back on the road, you don't even know when you can because you can't even see behind you.
What do you
Like
mean?
because it's one lane of traffic, you said, right? And you pulled over to the side. For you to get, if you wanted to go back into the lane, it would be hard for you to see behind you, no? To tell if there was somebody.
Well, like you can kind of see like the lights.
Oh, okay.
If they have their lights on. So finally, I was just like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna stay here for a few minutes and just like wait for it to pass, kind of thing. You know, so I did, but then it was like 10 minutes, and then I saw like the Google Maps like estimated arrival time going up and up. Before it was like 7 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then all of a sudden it's like 7:15, and I'm like, oh fuck, because that stretch of like just farmland is like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if it's 45 minutes and I have to go like, 20 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it.
I'm not gonna make it.
Were you headlining?
No, I was hosting, so I have to be there first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, so as I'm waiting there, then I saw the cars passing. So I was like, okay, I'm actually on the shoulder. Okay, and then it started like kind of letting up.
Yeah.
Right, and then so everyone's going so slow, and then one guy stopped. He was like coming towards me. He stopped, and then he's like, "You okay?" Like that, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good."
No, I'm not.
It was like a young dude too, and I'm like, "Okay, I think it's okay to drive."
Was it fine though? Like it was still.
It was okay for like maybe like 10 minutes, right? Like this, you could see like the sun. The sun came out. I was like, okay, I can see the road again.
Yeah.
And then it got bad again, but luckily there was a car in front of me that like I just followed their lights, like their backlights.
Yeah.
And then there was like a whole like train. You know what I mean? There's like all these cars like behind me, and then at some points, I was like, I can only see those two red lights.
That's it.
Oof. And I'm like, oh my god.
At this point, it's still pretty bright outside too.
It's just white.
Yeah.
It's like a tornado, like in the middle of a tornado. Just oh.
And when you get back to like as you're coming down, it lets up more, and you're able to drive properly.
Well, once I
No.
hit Orangeville at the end of that stretch, it was like completely clear. Like you could see
There's
the
something
road.
that happens when it snows and it's like that, like that squall, and it sticks to the ground. And it's like it's mucky or whatever you call it. Like I can't remember what kind of snow that is, but you ever drive and then you're safe because you're following somebody else's tracks.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that is fine. But you
Mm-hmm.
see on the side, if you have to, like, let's say you're in the middle and you need to merge or you have to change lanes to the right, but there's like a pile of snow
Yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that scares the shit out of me every time.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, how do you approach it? Do you just gently glide your way over, or with a little bit of um
Force.
no, I don't know about force, but like I always take my foot off the gas whenever I'm
Oh
going
really?
there. Yeah, if it's ever something like that, like hazards on, and then let go of the gas, and then just glide over, and then
Well,
you ever feel that moment where okay, now I'm slipping,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
sliding,
yeah.
and you're
I
like, oh
know.
fuck, why didn't I stay in the right lane the whole time?
I know. I know. Well, hopefully that's it for like the snowstorms here.
Hopefully. But did you make it to the show on time? Or were you a little late?
No, I made it back in time at like 7:30.
Oh, okay. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing. I was so like out of it because you know what I mean. I was driving for like 2 hours, more than 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like kind of out of it, and it was kind of like I was like kind of shaken up.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Totally get it. Totally
And then
get it.
my next show at 10 o'clock, that one I was headlining, and then I'm still like out of it, and the producer's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, just do like 25," and I'm like, "All right," like I didn't feel like it.
As opposed to do 25 as opposed to what?
Well, like 25 is like a long time.
Oh no, but like was he saying just do 25 instead of like 40, or
No.
he's just
25
telling
was
you
like
to do okay.
yeah, 25 was like
Okay.
the time he said, and I was just like so out of it that I was like sitting there. I'm like, it felt like a job. I was like, all
Mm,
right, I gotta punch
mm.
in.
I tell you though, those drives at the end of it, especially like a 2-hour one, and you're just like white knuckling it the whole way. I'm surprised you didn't like at the end of the night, were you just like exhausted, like tired?
Yeah, mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was telling these guys at the show that I was like, I was like, am I dead? You know,
Maybe I'm dead.
in the Sixth Sense,
Yeah.
where they're like,
Yeah.
because when you're in that tornado thing, you can't see anything. So I'm like, is this it? Like, did I die?
Imagine
It's fucked.
we're doing this podcast. Heaven has Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so the whole time I'm like, is this a dream? Like, sometimes you think you're in a dream.
Oh yeah.
You ever do that?
I don't know if it's relatable, but like there's times where when you're driving, you're so tired, and you get home and you're like, I actually don't remember how I got home, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So
So
that's how you were feeling.
yeah. Oh my god. That's it. Yeah, I was like out of it for like a few days. But
So when you finish your show, do you go back to Palmerston, or you just stay home for the night?
yeah, I don't know. I went back to the condo here,
Yeah.
and then I played WWE
All night.
all night long.
Yeah, you must have been so mentally exhausted.
Oh, buddy, it was crazy, man. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, crazy matchups.
I know we shouldn't, because our demographic, our key demographic doesn't like it. But
No.
just a quick shout out. We in the wrestling world, we lost the bad guy.
Oh my god.
That one actually hurt. That one hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon.
I just keep seeing a lot of those. A lot of people just making clips of that quote that he did at his Hall of Fame thing.
Oh, that was like one of the best
The
quotes.
best. And that was like a promo.
Yeah.
I can't. We can't talk about this, but like maybe we should start our own like separate
Wrestling podcast.
But
No, but
it's actually pretty inspirational. It's like, hard work pays off, dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. And the
yeah.
way he did that was his shtick.
Oh,
He was
it was
the
so
way
good.
he did it was perfect. So
Yes, because for those females who do not know who this is Ramon. It's
mhm.
one of the he wasn't like the best wrestler, but best character.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
For
personality wise,
two
amazing.
guys growing up as adolescents, that guy he was a pretty good guy to look up to. Not really, but
No, but he
reason.
was just like a cool guy, like a
Yeah.
cool. Ramon was just so cool, and he made being a bad guy like cool.
Yeah. I loved toothpicks after seeing Razor Ramon use them.
Oh yeah, buddy, in the game he does the toothpick thing, and then the camera shakes. Oh, it's so good.
All right, okay, we gotta jump off to something else. There's something else now.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you remember. A few weeks ago, I called you and I was like, "Hey, are you working today?" Or I texted you. Remember, I'm like, "Are you working tomorrow?"
Yeah, wasn't it like Family Day?
It was like Family Day.
Yeah.
Because on the Friday I passed by your house. I did a show in Niagara on the Lake.
Schwanky.
Great place. I've never been there.
It's beautiful there in the summertime.
Yeah. I didn't know that it was different, like the Niagara Falls, because I was plugging the show. I thought it was Niagara Falls, and then the promoter's like, "Hey, it's actually Niagara on the Lake." I'm like, "Oh, it's different." I didn't know.
Yeah, that's like the upscale part. Like Niagara Falls would be like your touristy whatever it is. Niagara on the Lake is like, it's like the Hamptons of the Niagara region.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this must be a great place to come like in the summer.
Oh, it is. That's where all people do all their wine tastings and stuff like that. Tons of wineries around there.
Yeah.
How did it go? How'd your show go?
Show was amazing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. There was like it was all like older, like white people.
I would assume. Yeah.
Right. And then I was looking at the crowd. I'm like, how am I gonna relate to these guys?
Is my bunk bed joke gonna work here or what?
Dude, it was like Pringles. but they were great. They loved it. They were like, I guess they're into like the dirty stuff and
yeah.
Oh, it was so much fun.
It was, eh?
Yeah, I love that.
No, that place is great. Like you can't really go there too much in the summertime because everyone's going there, so it's always packed.
It's too busy.
But it is a good place to go to.
Oh, but the thing I wanted to bring up was on the way there from Etobicoke, I take like because it's like a far drive. It's like an hour or whatever.
Tell me about it.
How far is it from your house?
80 kilometers.
I mean from Mississauga to your house.
From my work to home, it's like on a good day, no traffic, 55 minutes. Yeah.
So
just under an hour, about an hour.
So like, how long from your house, or how far from your house to Niagara on the Lake? Half hour?
Yeah, maybe something like that. Let's say something like that because it's like 20 minutes to St. Catharines.
Yeah, because you get off the highway and then there's like another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Right. So I took a break, like a halfway at the halfway point. I took a break at the mall in Burlington.
Oh, at Mapleview.
Yeah. So I went to Mapleview and I got a coffee from Starbucks, and then I saw this mug. It was a nice mug, right? But it was like $23. Okay, and I'm like, that's a lot for a mug.
Yeah.
I have like 6 mugs. It's just me. I'm like, I don't know. So then I did the show, and I came back, and then the next day I was like, I really want that mug.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were asking.
Yeah, I was asking you. So that's why I was asking you if you're working, because I'm like, I want to go get that mug, but it's kind of far for a $23 mug.
Wouldn't so it was at the Starbucks though.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be at all Starbucks.
Yeah. So no, but because I've been going to Starbucks. I never saw this mug.
Okay.
So like maybe it's new.
What's so special about it?
It was just like a blue mug. Like I don't have a blue mug.
So it was just a plain blue mug.
Yeah, no, because I actually want the Starbucks. You go to Starbucks?
Sometimes.
Okay. So you might not notice this, but there's like these white mugs that they have like on display.
I've seen stuff on display. Yeah. Like their tumblers and things like that.
No. This is like a white mug that it's not even for sale. It's just like
like decoration.
It's like decoration, right? So I remember I really want that mug, but I really want the one with like the white and like the green logo. This one's just plain white.
Okay.
All right.
So it looks like the regular coffee cup, but in mug form.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but they don't. It's not for sale. I even go to the guy. I'm like, yo, I'll give you $20. You hook it up? He's like, nah, man. You know. I'm like, because I used to work there. I'm like, I should have gotten one.
That's true. You did used to work there.
Yeah. Wait. So I really wanted that mug, right? So I'm like, so I was texting him like, can you can you
swing
pick it
by?
Up? Can you swing it up? I'm like, I'll pay for it.
So the mug that you wanted though was actually for sale.
Yes.
Okay.
$23.
$23. Yeah. Okay.
You know. So then I went to a Starbucks here, and it was there. I don't know if I just didn't notice it or like it's new.
I'd like to see what this looks like. Is it like a different kind of blue, like a soft blue, like a pastel?
Yes, it's like this.
You set up. It's almost exactly how I pictured it. It's almost exactly
the one I wanted. Yeah, there's all white, and then this thing's green.
What is that? Is that a
Starbucks
grande or a venti size?
No, yeah, because I like the mugs that can hold like the bigger mugs,
right?
You know. So I went to the store here, and then I was like, "Oh, this is the mug I wanted." $23. And then I bought it.
And now you have it.
Now I have it.
You didn't have to go all the way to Burlington.
No, but it came up to like $27.
Are you happy with it?
I am, but like $27.
It doesn't matter because either way, you would have been if you declined to purchase it and you found out it was there. You would have been like, maybe not. And then every single day you have a coffee at home or whatever it is you're drinking, you'd be like, it doesn't taste proper. I need that mug. You'll always be wondering what if.
Yeah.
Now you can make your $27 back easy.
Yeah, the girl's like, oh, great choice. It's like it's recycled something. Recycled ceramic. I was like, oh, okay. I guess shouldn't it be cheaper?
Somebody used this before.
This is a used mug. $27. Come on.
When you worked there, how long ago was that? That was like what, 6 years ago?
No more. It was like 2015. 7 years.
What is it like Tim Hortons? Is it like go, or is it because every time I see them, I do see them very happy and jovial and they're
too much.
Yeah, way like they overdo it. They're just like, how are you? And how's your day going? I'm like, I'm not ready for this conversation, but yeah, it's going great. Like what's the pace? Are you supposed to be go?
But here's the thing. Here's the
slow
thing.
and steady.
Here's the thing, Kevin. During that time, I would go to Starbucks every day, and I'd hang out there for like 2 hours. That's like my office, right? So I'd read and write material, whatever. So I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm just chilling here, and then I heard that when you work at Starbucks, you get free coffee. I was like, huh. Like, I can work here and like chill,
free
get free
Wi-Fi.
coffee, free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, oh, this is sick, right? So I because I was living in Brampton at the time, so
Right.
I found a Tim Hortons by what's it like Argentia,
Tim Hortons or Starbucks?
Starbucks, sorry,
Mhm.
Argentia and Winston Churchill.
Yeah, it's kind of tucked away there. And I know exactly what you're talking about. The Chuck E. Cheese.
Wait. So here's the thing: I applied online,
Oh,
right at that Starbucks. Okay, so I apply, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, come in for an interview." I'm like, "All right, sick." So she gave me the address, and then I go there, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, this is a different Starbucks." There's two. There are two at that corner. Did you know that? There's one that you're talking about, the one by Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
But there's another one by Walmart.
Oh,
There
I
was.
didn't know that.
There's a smaller one.
Okay, I did not know that.
That's the one I wanted to work at because it's always like empty.
Right.
You know? So this one has a drive-through, and like during the interview, she was like, "This is the busiest Starbucks in Ontario because it's right by the highway,
Yeah,
and it's open 24 hours in the drive-through." I was like, "Oh God, I made a mistake." But then she's like, "You got the job." I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
Wait, what was that process like? I mean, like, it was just like, well, they didn't ask you. I'm sure they asked you about your experience, and you told them that you were a manager at Burger King.
I was a Burger King supervisor when I was like 18 years old.
And so it was pretty much like you're a shoo-in, and here we go.
She's like,
start tomorrow.
"Let's do it." Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. That's why I didn't want it because it was so busy. And I'm like, I don't want a job where I have to like work hard.
I want to be able to multitask. Yeah,
I just want to chill out,
like Joey from Friends.
Yeah,
At the coffee shop.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday bagel. so it was the busiest one, and I like it was. Sometimes it was cool because like sometimes it was like, you know, empty, whatever. But most of the time it's so busy, and I lasted maybe like I think 5 weeks.
5 weeks, okay. So that's, I mean, like, were you able to get like things down? Like, were you able to learn certain drinks and how they're made so that it wasn't, or did you have to keep asking?
Kevin, here's the thing. My memory, not good. Even 7 years ago, you know, and there's a lot of steps for like some of these lattes. You have to like put the cream or whatever, and then you have to froth the milk. There's a whole process, like you put like the temperature, because some people are like, oh, they're like, oh, I want it 50 degrees, or I don't know. You have to adjust it, and I'm like, oh, this is too much.
Yeah.
You know, the other one is like so like laid back. They're like, what do you want, man? And then boom, 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 boom. But this one is so fast that like people are rushing you. You know, so I'm like stressed out. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how to make this drink. So I have to keep asking people like, how do you do this? And they're like, oh, two pumps of syrup and whatever.
And they're saying it fast too, because they're making their own drinks, right?
And it's crazy. It's like, yeah, it's so busy. And then at the same time, you have to like be like all like smiley and do small talk with the people. And that my specialty, Kevin, is drive-through.
I will agree.
So I love being on the window, chit-chatting. But sometimes they're like the driver will be at the window and like they're waiting like a long time. They're pissed because like they're late for work or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I remember at Burger King, when people are waiting so long, I would leave. Like I don't want to see them. Like they're all mad, right? So I'd leave the drive-through area and then come back with the food. Like, hey, bye.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So here they don't want that. They're like, oh, they're waiting. Like, go talk to them.
So like you have to like ask them about like how their day was, like.
Yeah. So I have to go to the window and like they're all pissed. It's like, you know what I mean? 8 a.m, you know, everyone's like cranky. And he's like, this one guy was like so pissed. You can see on the face, you know, like as a comic, I can see in the audience.
Read,
like, okay, no, do not talk to this guy.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so nice weather, huh? And they're like, buddy, just give me the damn coffee.
Oh my God. So all of that is just filler so that it buys more time for the. I always thought they were just
No,
being
it's not. It's
really
not.
kind.
Not. No, it's not just to buy time. It's just like that's how they promoted. Like, that's how they wanted us to work, even if it
Right.
wasn't busy. Like
Right.
I'd see them like, oh wow, nice haircut, and then I'm a very positive guy. You know that, right? Or inspire, right? But like, it's too much. Like it was too fake.
Yeah. It comes off a little much sometimes.
Yeah, like I like it when it's like genuine happiness. Like, oh hey, nice to see you.
Like if
Not
it's something like that, I would be that'd be okay. But like the high pitch is like overly like it's too much.
Oh, have you lost weight? Oh man, nice car. What is this? V6?
Do you think you really want the extra whipped cream in this one?
Oh man, yeah, I remember, 5 weeks, and I was like,
5 weeks. So
me out of here.
like, what was the worst day where you were just like, I can't do this? Like, what was the tipping point where?
Oh, yo, I remember one time. Yeah, maybe this might be my second last shift. It was so busy, and because like I'm still training this month, right. So they would have like someone helping me, okay, but sometimes like they'll be busy or whatever. But this afternoon, it was a weekend, and they put me on. I think it's called. I forgot what the position is called, but like you make the coffees, like at the coffee station, whatever, and you're by yourself.
Whereas before you were just doing drive-through.
Yeah, or if I did like they call it the bar. You're on the bar, like the coffee bar. I'd have like someone teaching me. So they'd be like, oh yeah, so you put this in the drink. But then this time they're like, I think they're short or something, and they're like, okay, Ernie, you're there by yourself. I was like, I don't know how to make these drinks. Right? So it was so busy, and like it was like the easiest. I remember it was like one of the easiest drinks that you can make. It was like a cappuccino or something, and then I didn't know how to make it, so I ran to my manager's office, and then I knocked on the door, and I was like, "How do you make this cappuccino?" And she,
hey boss, know you're doing something, but
and she looked at me like I was an idiot. She's like, "You have been here for a month and you don't know how to make a cappuccino?" That's what
in fairness, weren't you on drive-through for a lot of the time?
Well, kind of, but then I was training at the bar too, like the drinks.
Is there no like here's a manual of of all of our drinks and how you make them?
Yes.
You can study it and okay, so they do give you that.
Yeah, and I did like try to memorize, but there's a lot, man.
There's got to be like all these new drinks that people are inventing or whatever it is.
Yeah, first of all, you have to memorize the original recipe,
right?
But then people want it different,
right? Because they want to put instead of regular milk, can you put like goat milk?
Yes, like that, exactly.
Retarded.
So I was like, and then I think I quit like the next day.
That was it, eh?
And then she was like, yeah, I understand.
This is probably for the best for all parties here.
She's like, Ernie, come to my office. I quit. Oh yeah. For the best. It's for the best. It wasn't working.
This is amicable, so I mean, it's it's with a heavy heart that I announced that Ernie is leaving us.
It's my fault.
Did they have a going away party for you?
They had a go away party. That's what they had.
There he is. That's why he's the best comedian in the city. Ernie Vicente.
Well, on that note, it's been like an hour here, so we'll put a pin in this one.
Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. So, thank you for listening.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, and watch us on YouTube and iTunes and Spotify and stuff.
All that good stuff.
Yeah. So, we'll see you guys again sometime.
Whenever.
Okay. Okay, bye.
All right. Toodles.